December 9, 2022, Venus and Mercury are beginning to appear in the southwest. The current view is in bright twilight. After dark, the Moon, Mars, Jupiter, and Saturn hang across the sky. Photo caption: View of the Earth as seen by the Apollo 17 crew traveling toward the Moon. This translunar coast photograph extends from the Mediterranean Sea area to the Antarctica South Polar Ice Cap. This is the first time the Apollo trajectory made it possible to photograph the South Polar Ice Cap. NASA photo. By Jeffrey L. Hunt. Chicago, Illinois, sunrise, 7:06 a.m. CST, sunset, 4:20 p.m. CST. Check local sources for sunrise and sunset times for your location. Today's sunset time is the earliest of the year. This continues through the 14th. Daylight shrinks to 9 hours, 14 minutes today. There's another 6 minutes to lose before declaring the shortest daylight of the year. Jupiter's Great Red Spot's transit times, when it is in the center of the planet in the southern hemisphere: 1:18 UT, 11:14 UT, 21:09 UT. Convert the time to your time zone. In the US, subtract 5 hours for EST, 6 hours for CST, and so on. Use a telescope to see the spot. Times are from Sky and Telescope magazine. This is the 50th anniversary of the last Apollo lunar mission, Apollo 17. December 9, 1972, was the mission's third calendar day. On this day, Eugene Cernan and Harrison Schmitt, the last two moonwalkers, entered the lunar lander to prepare it for the lunar landing. The command module and lander were attached and the tandem was en route to lunar orbit. Here is today's planet forecast. Morning sky. Chart caption: 2022, December 9th, Mars and the bright moon are in the west-northwest before sunrise. This morning, the bright moon, 98% illuminated, is less than 1/3 of the way up in the sky in the west-northwest. It is nearly 16 degrees to the upper left bright Mars that is brighter than Sirius. The red planet is past its opposition with the sun and it continues to shine brightly. Evening sky. Chart caption: 2022, December 9th, Venus and Mercury are above the southwestern horizon in bright twilight. Venus and Mercury are visible in the southwest after sunset, for sky watchers who want a challenge to find them. They are low in the sky during bright twilight, 20 minutes after sundown. Find a clear horizon, looking toward the southwest. An elevated structure or a hilltop will help. A binocular is essential. Venus is about 4 degrees above the horizon, to the north or right of the southwest direction. Mercury, in the same binocular field of view with Venus, is 5.0 degrees to the upper left of the evening star. Once Venus is found, move it off-center and to the lower right of the field of view. Mercury is to the upper left. Venus sets 44 minutes after sunset. The window to find it is limited, but wider each evening. Mercury follows Venus to the horizon, 15 minutes later. Venus and Mercury join the three bright outer planets later in the month in a darker sky. Chart caption: 2022, December 9th, Jupiter and Saturn are in the southern sky after sundown. By an hour after sunset, Mars, Jupiter, and Saturn are lined up across the sky. Bright Jupiter is nearly halfway up in the south-southwest. It is moving slowly eastward in Pisces. The Jovian Giant and Neptune are still in the same binocular field of view. With the moon near the horizon and ready to rise, we'll look at this again in a night or two when the lunar orb and its bright light are out of the sky. Saturn is moving eastward in eastern Capricornus. An hour after sundown, it is about 1/3 of the way up in the south-southwest. The Jupiter to Saturn gap is 38.7 degrees. Saturn is still moving eastward faster than Jupiter, but this will not last much longer. Chart caption: 2022, December 9th, Mars is east-northeast after sunset. Mars is less than 15 degrees above the east-northeast skyline. It continues to retrograde after opposition. This continues to nearly mid-January. The planet is 9.5 degrees to the upper left of Aldebaran, the brightest star in Taurus. Nearly 2.5 hours after sundown, the three planets and the bright moon are lined up along the plane of the ecliptic from the east-northeast to the southwest. Jupiter is in the south, Mars is east, and Saturn is southwest, about 20 degrees above the horizon. During the night, Saturn and Jupiter set, leaving Mars in the west-northwest and Moon above it, near the Gemini twins, Castor and Pollux.